Hi, I'm Ruth from Carry and Connect. And one of the questions that I get all the time about ring slings is what length of ring sling should I get? So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what to take into consideration when making that decision. So the first thing to think about is how tall are you? If you're short like me, you will probably want to go for a shorter length ring sling. I am 5'2", I'm a size 14. And this particular ring sling is a medium ring sling in Little Frog. And the tail of this is about halfway down my shins. So it is quite long. You can see here there's a fair length of fabric left over. Be aware of safety in that situation. You know, are you going to trip on it? Could it get caught in a car door? But I have to admit, I do like having my swishy tail. And there are various things that you can do to take up some of the length. From a safety point of view, you need to have at least 12 inches of fabric through the rings, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, if you do want to use up this fabric, if it's on the longer side, you can twist it and make a little head support. You can just tuck it up and make it an extra layer for warmth, or you can actually wrap it around the rings, which can provide a bit of cushioning and also takes up length of the wrap. If you are taller, you certainly would want to consider a medium length one, and if you're very tall, some brands do come in extra long length as well. I would say that each individual brand calls their ring slings different things. You know, what standard length in Lenny Lamb, which is 1.8 meters, would be nearer a short ring sling in Little Frog. So don't just go by the names that the different brands call them, do actually check the length of the ring sling. So basically, if you're short, you might want to go for a short one. If you're average height, go for a medium. If you're very tall, you might want to go for a longer length. Also take into account your size. As I said, I'm a size 14 and I find that the short would be absolutely fine on me. If I was a curvier lady, I might want to go up to the medium. It's easier to have a slightly too long ring sling than it is to have a slightly too short ring sling. The third thing to take into account is the age of your baby. You can see here with a newborn baby, that would be absolutely fine. If you were regularly carrying a toddler or even a preschooler, you probably would want to consider, if you're between sizes, going for the longer length rather than the shorter length. Hope that's been helpful. I will take photographs of myself in two different lengths of ring slings just so that you can see the difference. So basically, if you're short, petite, and you don't want swishy tails, consider a short. If you are taller, curvier, or you like having a bit of swish, go for medium. If you're very tall, consider going for a longer length. As I said, do check the lengths of each individual brand. Hope that's been helpful. This is a Little Frog ring sling in their shorter length, which is 1.7 meters. And you can see here that even on me, and I'm 5'2", there is not a very long tail here at all. By all means, it is long enough to be safe. There's more than 12 inches through the rings. But just be aware that if you are into having something to swish, something to wrap, this may not be long enough for you. Also, if you are carrying a bigger baby, a toddler, or even a preschooler, I would suggest probably going up to a slightly longer length. On the other hand, it does mean that it's lighter and there's just generally less bulk of fabric.